In today's breaking story, Nancy Mace's airport meltdown just embarrassed Trump's base. That's right, Nancy Mace decided to go to the airport, and then she quickly broke down. How's it going, everybody? Hunter Avallone here with Occupy Democrats. Welcome back to another video. Now, Donald Trump's entire administration is absolutely in shambles.
A solution, and
okay, but let me interrupt you real quick, because I know Democrats are doing something they have told us for years that Republicans were wrong for doing, even as they're arguing that their withholding of votes is somehow different, right? But the question I'm asking you, because you're a Republican, and that is your party, and that is your party in the White House making that decision. Do you think it's fair to use hunger of the country's most needy as leverage?
I was just about to answer when you interrupted me, because the blame is not just on this administration, because this administration is not the one that voted to shut down the government. It was the Senate Democrats that chose to.
Yeah, no. The Democrats didn't vote to shut down the government. The Democrats refused to agree to the Republicans' policy proposal. Because the Democrats wouldn't agree to these absurd cuts to millions of people's healthcare, Trump and the Republicans decided to shut the government down. That's what really happened. Glad we could set the record straight, since Trump's administration seems to lie easier than they breathe.
Where did Marie Antoinette love to dance the most?
In that ballroom.
In her gold-lined ballroom.
The gilded
Come on, baby.
So let's see how Americans are feeling about the new
I bet they
the White House.
love it.
The Washington Post ABC News Ipsos poll we were talking about earlier also found a majority of Americans do not support President Trump's ballroom at the White House. 56% oppose the project.
That coming.
Only 28% of Americans support that expensive new ballroom. 16% not sure yet.
Can I ask a question, Willie? Who is that 28%?
They love it.
Are these like MAGA people that are like having trouble like paying their car loans and paying their health care costs? And they're going, oh, I love the idea of the president deciding in the middle of this crisis and government shutdown to tear down half of the White House and put up a Marie Antoinette memorial ballroom.
I mean,
who are those 28%?
People ride or dies with Donald Trump.
Ride or die,
when the Washington
baby.
Post calls, you say, I'm with him. I'm with him. Independents, by the way, overwhelmingly against the ballroom. 61% of them.
Oh, my God.
Those people vote a lot. They oppose that addition to the White House. So, well, not a huge surprise there, but just now we see it in the numbers.
And oh my God is right. Now Nancy Mace's airport meltdown just embarrassed Trump's base. That's right, take a look at today's top story. At Charleston International Airport, South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace, one of Donald Trump's loudest law and order Republicans, was just caught doing the one thing her own base claims to despise: berating and cursing out the police. According to an official police incident report obtained through South Carolina's Freedom of Information Act, Mace unleashed a profanity-filled tirade against airport officers who were assigned to escort her to her flight. The report says she called them effing incompetent and shouted, "This is no way to treat an effing U.S. representative." Officers wrote that Mace's meltdown didn't stop there. As they escorted her to her gate, she allegedly compared herself to Senator Tim Scott, yelling that police would never treat him like this. Witnesses say she continued cursing into her phone and berating staff until boarding her flight, while nearby TSA agents looked on in disbelief. A TSA supervisor later confirmed that Mace had also insulted multiple airport staff members, saying her behavior was unacceptable. One officer even noted that if any other person had acted like Mace, they would have been detained on the spot. And here's where the hypocrisy becomes glaring. Nancy Mace has built her political brand on backing the blue, railing against Democrats for supposedly disrespecting law enforcement, and calling for harsher penalties on protesters who clash with police. Yet when officers did their jobs, she treated them like personal servants, then blamed fake news when caught. Even Mace's attempt to spin the story on social media backfired. She claimed she used the same entrance as other lawmakers, but the police report shows her car didn't match the description officers were given, causing the confusion she later exploded over. For Trump's base, where respect for law enforcement is practically a sacred talking point, this is an embarrassing reminder that their own law and order leaders often see rules as optional when the cameras aren't rolling. Nancy Mace's airport meltdown isn't just a bad look, it's a revealing glimpse into the entitled hypocrisy running through Trump's Republican Party. The same crowd that tells you to respect the badge apparently can't be bothered to do it themselves. Thanks so much for watching. Please click that like button and subscribe to Occupy Democrats so that you can stay informed and help us stop Donald Trump.